Hey everybody, welcome to Mondays at the Mound. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Facebook Live. If you're here supporting us, please give us a thumbs up so that we know that you're there. We'd love to hear your comments or questions at any time. My name is Lauren Kushner. I'm the program coordinator here at Rock Eagle. So we are super excited. It's a beautiful day here at Rock Eagle, and today we're going to be learning all about canoeing. So again, please post or comment if you have questions. The first thing that happens if you're coming to Rock Eagle to do canoeing, either as part of our environmental education program or part of summer camp, your instructor or counselor is going to run through some canoeing rules with you. So that's where we're going to get started today. I'm going to head right over here to our rules. So everybody's wearing a PFD or personal flotation device. Everybody's canoeing with a partner. My partner today is going to be Anna. Say hi to everybody, Anna.
Hey guys!
Awesome. We're always seated when we're in our canoes. We always treat the equipment with care, staying within the boundaries that your instructor or counselor defines for you, not harassing the wildlife. Hopefully we'll see some wildlife while we're out there today. Staying with the canoe if you tip over, and helping put up gear at the end of class. Those are some of the things that you'll do if you're canoeing here at Rock Eagle. Well, we are going to get all set up to go out on our canoes, and there's a couple pieces of safety equipment and gear that we'll learn about. The first thing that we're going to learn, I'm going to walk right over here and grab my very important paddle. This is how we're going to get around on the water. So I'm going to give you a second. If you're at home and you can find something paddle shaped like a broomstick or a mop, go ahead and go grab it. You can follow along with us and practice paddling. I'm going to give you a second to grab that. Give us a thumbs up if you're there. Awesome. So there are a couple of different parts of this paddle that we're going to teach you about. So this part right here at the top that's shaped like the letter T is called a T-grip. This long part right here is called the shaft. And then at the bottom, we have the blade. As a quick review, the top is the T-grip, the long part is the shaft, and the bottom is the blade. These are the important parts of our canoe paddle. So those are the parts of it, but how do you actually use this thing? So if you have a broomstick or something similar, follow along. So first thing that you do is give the T-grip a high five. When you give it a high five, you can just wrap your fingers around the top. Your other hand should be on the shaft. So when you're in the canoe, you're going to be kind of sitting down, but you'll be doing long strokes with the blade of the paddle right beside you. Now, the funny thing about canoeing is it's all about opposites. So if you are canoeing on your left side, you actually are going to be going to the right. And if you would like to go to the left, you can switch your hands and you can canoe on the other side. So if you are paddling on the right side, you're going to go to the left. Now what happens if you need to stop or go backwards, just stick that paddle right into the water and then you'll push the paddle forwards, and that will make you kind of reverse your momentum. Those are the important parts of the paddle which we'll be taking out with us in our canoe today to get around. The other important piece of equipment is a PFD or personal flotation device. So I have mine ready right here. I'll show you how I put it on and check for its safety. So here I go putting my PFD on. I'm going to first start by clipping these right in the front. And as you can tell, this is pretty loose on me, but there's so much adjustability in these. So I'm just going to pull forward these straps on both sides to make it nice and tight. I'm going to pull these front ones down, and how I check to see if it fits me is I just pull up right here, and if it stays put, which it does, it fits me just right and will keep me safe in the water. Okay, we know about the paddle, we know about our flotation equipment, so let's head down and learn about our canoe. All right, we're heading right down to our canoe, where we'll talk about some of the different parts of the canoe, and then we'll get to paddling. All right, so you'll see that this is just one of our many canoe areas here at Rock Eagle. We have our boats all ready, and we're excited to take you out on the lake today. All right, so we'll come right over here to this boat. Before we get out paddling, there's just a couple of important parts to the boat that we wanted to share with you. So the first one that I'll show is on this canoe right here, the keel. So the keel of the boat is the bottom. It helps your stability in the water and kind of just goes down the length of the boat. The other important parts of the boat are the thwarts. So the thwarts are these sections which are going across the boat. The gunwale, which is spelled gunwales, kind of goes along the top of the boat. Then we have the hull, which is labeled inside, but really is the whole body of the boat. Then there are 4 big vocabulary words. Bow describes the front of the boat. I remember this because I think of bowing forward. The bow is the front. The back of the boat is called the stern. And then the 2 other words we'll learn is for the left and the right of the boat. The left side of the boat is called the port. I remember this because left has 4 letters and port has 4 letters. And then the right side of the boat is called the starboard side. So that's the right and the left. Awesome. Okay, those are the parts of the boat. Are you guys ready to get canoeing? I know I am. Let me grab my paddle and we're going to head right down here to the canoe.
All right, we hope that y'all are excited to join us on this beautiful day on Rock Eagle Lake.
All right, so I'm launching my canoe. Anna's going to get in with me here because we always canoe with a partner. Let us get launched here. Awesome. All right. Tip of our boat's just still on the land, so we're going to give ourselves a nice push off here. Perfect, and we are on the water. Welcome to canoeing on Rock Eagle Lake. So Rock Eagle Lake is actually 110 acres. It is a man-made lake, like all of our lakes in Georgia are actually man-made. Something really interesting about the Rock Eagle Lake is that our lake was actually drained last summer to do some work on the spillway. But because this lake is fresh water, it actually was able to be refilled by rainwater, and some of you may have not seen the lake filled for a while, but it's at a beautiful level now. We might see some wildlife while we're out here today. Maybe you've heard some geese calling in the background of our video, but it certainly is a beautiful day out on Rock Eagle Lake. You can see the EMC pavilion in the background, and Anna's going to show you a goose that's actually swimming.
Look at that Canadian goose. We have these guys all over the place here.
All right, it looks like we are coming upon 2 of our other staff, Nick and Sloan. So sometimes what happens when you're canoeing is your canoe flips over. So what do we do in that case? Today we wanted to demonstrate a T rescue, which is how your instructor would help you kind of get out of the water and flip your boat back right side up. So Anna's actually going to turn around and direct her camera at Sloan and Nick, and we will go over and see a rescue. Anna's going to kind of narrate what Nick is doing during the rescue.
All right, so yeah, like Lauren said, we have Sloan and Nick here. Give us a wave, y'all. Maybe if you have been here for summer camp or with your school, you have probably seen these 2 teach in one of your classes. So Nick is gonna do a T-rescue. This is what we have to do when a boat and a person end up flipped over in the water. Sloan's boat is full of water. So Nick is gonna go ahead and get started, and the whole time he is making sure that he and Sloan are communicating and working together, because obviously Sloan is in the water. That boat is big, and they want to be as careful as possible. So they flipped it over so that the keel, remember that one, the keel of our boat is facing up. All right. Now what Nick is doing is reaching down into the water to pull up the end of that boat, and his goal is to get the end of his Sloan's boat onto his boat. So it looks like they've done that. Sloan is still here in the water being a trooper. She has helped Nick push that canoe up onto his own boat. And so now Nick is getting those boats parallel. You can see that these two boats make a T. So that's where the name comes from, of course. All right, so Sloan is safely in the back of at the back of the canoe as Nick flips that big old boat right over. You can see it's pretty wobbly over there, so they have to be super careful. They're still communicating with each other. He's sliding her boat back into the lake. All right, so this is where it gets a little tricky sometimes. So Nick is gonna help Sloan jump back into her boat from the lake. All right, so again, teamwork, super important here. They are working together. Maybe it'll take them a few tries, and it looks like she's getting in. All right, give us a wave, Sloan, so we know that you are safely in. Oh my gosh, that teamwork. Wow. And a high five. We love it. All right, so you guys, we are open to any questions that you might have, so feel free to ask a question now, or you can leave one in the comments, and we are happy to get back to you with any answers. Also, I don't know if y'all can see the bird, but I believe that is a red-tailed hawk soaring above the lake. So even if you're not here at Rock Eagle, this is a great time to get out and about, even in your yard, to see what kind of animals you can find, what kind of adventures you can find there. All right, so you guys, like I said, ask us those questions and tune in for next week, Monday at the Mound, and tune in to all of our other 4-H centers videos that they are going to be posting throughout the week. We love to stay connected with y'all right now. All right, everybody wave goodbye.
Thanks for joining us.
Y'all have a great afternoon.